One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the North Carolina Tar Heels. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Cornhuskers will put total leather to crank us up. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Looking to throw, it's Kinsey. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Right on target this time. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield and he moves the sticks.
From the gun, the ground game.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
He'll pitch it. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds onto that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
On third down, he drops to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Barres. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Awesome job there on third down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
Looking for a man. It's Kinsey. He lofts one down the sideline. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
And that's a good sight to see from this defense. Last week, they gave up a ton of points in a loss. This week, get a deflection early. Hopefully see the ball a little bit better, play the passing game better. This defense definitely has to improve from what it was a week ago.
Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Looking to throw on first down. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
I I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Looking to buy time. He'll try to... There he goes! And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Dropping back, it's Kinsey. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. And the Tar Heels started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Caught in the backfield, it's Perez. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Back to pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
On third and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. Looking for room, it's Burks. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNC!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That is what they mean when they say ball control, a 14-play touchdown drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Complete to start this drive. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make a miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Oh, it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, that's kind of a kick to the gut because you think, oh, how can I get this game started conservatively, not turn the ball over, get the positive momentum, get that first hit out. And the first carry, your running back sticks it on the floor. Defense recovers. That is not the start you drew up.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Power football with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Kinsey. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
3rd down, and the Husker faithful getting loud, trying to make moving the chains impossible. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Navy is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winners Joe Bellino and Roger Staubach among the legends to wear that uniform. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Notre Dame. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. When you're called Corn Huskers, you're like a big red thrashing machine, and you're going to get it done on the ground.
Just going to chew up the ground yards. Just going to eat you up, play physical, be different. And that's what Nebraska fans want. Throwback to the old days, the glory days, and they want some of that here in this recent history.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Huskers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. He lobs one high down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Yeah, I just feel watching this offense, they need a big play. They need their confidence to get going, get the mojo going, considering they really struggled their last time out. They just don't seem to have figured it out quite yet here in the 1st quarter.
The Huskers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the 1st. Let's take a break and look at the 1st quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the 2nd. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. The Cornhuskers will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Burks. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. It's Kinsey. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Tar Heels will punt this one away. Gets it out of the air for the first time today, and didn't see much of him in that loss a week ago. Called on just once. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the 3rd possession is the charm. Quickly out to the tight end. Still running at the 35. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Dances away. Turning it on! Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
2nd down, he'll throw it. And that is incomplete. And the Huskers come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Using his feet to buy time. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. And it's right down the boulevard. This is now a 7-point game. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. The offense couldn't get the snap off in time, and it'll cost them. Ready to fire from the pistol. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Turning and firing back to the right. That's risky. He's got it. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
And as he throws, pick off, what a play by this defense. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David. Oh, he's got some space. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And a great job on the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackle's doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
He's picked up 48 yards on the ground, and that magical 1,000-yard mark is oh so close. The Huskers can really attack on this second and short. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
The Cornhuskers with the 1st and 10. Right back to the well.
And I'll tell you what, no secret on this drive. This offense, they're not trying to maintain balance. They're trying to line up and just dot you right in the eyes. 4 straight runs, get the first down, and really starting to play physical.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. Buying some time as he moves left. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking, on the move. On the run, fires downfield. Working that left side. Touchdown, Nebraska! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Look out, he's got room. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. To the air, it's Kinsey. Chucks it out of the air. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. And the Tar Heels send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wants to return it. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Looking to scramble. Gets rid of it. It's complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Quick release on the RPO. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
And the Huskers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Running back searching for a hole. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. He's now up to 58 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. The Huskers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Gonna run it. It's Scott. Got the 1st down and more. Makes the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Cornhuskers kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll give it to him again. Ran through the contact. Stopped just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. And in the final seconds of the 1st half, they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Tar Heels will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Gives it on the option. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Huskers come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Back to throw, it's Kinsey. Bringing the heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Just making life miserable for opposing quarterbacks the way Trev Alberts always did.
Yeah, just finding a guy that can sniff out the quarterback and kind of feel it, have those instincts. You could tell he saw it, went and got it, just like your boy Trev Alberts, Reese.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Snagged in the middle, it's Kane. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Forced out of bounds right at the 20-yard line, and that's the kind of play that can really get a drive going.
And And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
The Huskers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
It's nice for this D coordinator when he puts his nickel package out on the field because that nickel player he's got who subs in is good in coverage. He's also aggressive, and he does a nice job blitzing, and he can play the run. They can spy the quarterback. There's a lot of different tools this guy's got to defend against a mobile quarterback, and I think you saw a little bit right there in that nickel package now setting up fourth and long.
The Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the... Catch inside the 30 and still running. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Gives it to the back on the draw. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. They got it. It's blocked. Defense has it.
And the short field goals are a lot harder to block because they get up high in the air, but nice job by the kick block unit getting in there, getting their hands up, and blocking them a field goal, baby.
90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to fire. He's got it. And they knock him down. There was nowhere to go. Defense is swarming.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. The Cornhuskers will try to pin them back with the punt. Looks it in at the 40. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And the Tar Heels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Great job up front on this pass rush. Defense in a dime personnel grouping. They've got 6 DBs on the field. They're expecting pass, so they're going to have to win with 4 guys, and they're 4-1. They've got the job done.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. Takes it on the return. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I love screen passes on offense, and you got to do them in different ways. To the running backs, you can do them to receivers, do them to tight ends. Didn't gain any yards on that one, but don't be afraid to dial that play up again later.
The offense changing the play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Nelson. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Gets it out fast. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
And the Huskers are moving quickly down the field. We'll send the tight end in motion. Motion from the wideout. Pulls and fires complete. Ripping through the defense. Oh, no, the ball popped out. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Handoff to the lone back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He wants it all. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Virginia Tech is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by just 4 to FIU. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He's taking the deep shot.
With this situation in the game, trailing with not a lot of time left, I understand going to the sideline to try and save clock, but you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. Don't be afraid to use those. You can attack the middle of the field, use the timeouts to save the clock that way.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Throws for the tight end. Got his man. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. facing a 3rd and long. They'll run the option. He'll pitch it. There he goes. Touchdown, Cornhuskers. Great job by the back on the option. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wants to throw on 1st down. He wants a big play here late. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need it.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, it's picked off. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.